Hey, welcome back. Got a new video to go over and a newish product. This is the Nitecore NU25 or NU25, however you want to say it. So we've got a quarter, US quarter there, and a Gerber shard there, just for a little bit of size reference. And that's about how thick it is. That's with the thing there. And it's a little bit of a different product as far as headlamps go. Really looks like a small digital camera to me, and a few other people thought so too. They thought I was just walking around filming everything. But no, it's just a headlamp. So we've got here, it's a maximum of 360 lumens. That's they're calling it a turbo. I'm going to call it a burst because it only runs for 30 seconds at a time on that highest setting there. And they're saying 30 minutes total, so if you could run it non-stop, it would be 30 minutes at 81 meters. The high level is 190 lumens. They said 5 hours. And mid was 38 with low of 1. And there's that's for the main light. There's also one that's more of a flood kind of, and that one's rated at 20 lumens. And there's a red low at 0.9, red high 13, and then a blinking red mode of 13. It also has a SOS and a beacon mode, so just a white flash beacon, and those are both rated at 360 lumens. And they're giving it 1.5 meter impact resistance and a IP rating of 6.6. So it is dust proof, but it is not submersible, but it will be waterproof against, I believe that one is strong jets from all directions. So USB rechargeable. I had a little bit of a hard time the first couple of times opening it. Not so hard now. That's just your little port cover there. And it's I did my own time tests on this, and I have to say I did not come up with the same numbers they did. The first thing I did after I fully charged it was I started running it with a stopwatch, and every 30 minutes I'd put it into turbo, the burst mode, and I got 2 hours and 20 minutes. So that's putting it into turbo once every 30 minutes, 2 hours and 20 minutes, which isn't bad. And that wasn't dead. The highest it would go to was medium after that, and then it began a pretty, I wouldn't say it's fast, but it began to fade out. And then I charged it up again and just started in high, and at about 2 hours and 45 minutes, it would only go to high, or medium, excuse me. And then it was about another hour. So under 4 hours is what I got. And it wasn't in like a nice cool environment. It wasn't hot, but it was I don't know, it was probably right around room temperature. So I did not get the 5 hours that they're saying that you should get, but that's still, it's almost 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours, and it's really pretty good time still for a headlamp. It's USB rechargeable. It's not like you're burning through batteries. And then from there, it took about 2.5 hours to charge. That was so once it finally just died at that approaching 4 hours there. Once it died, it took about 2.5 hours to fully charge. So there are charging indicator lights on it. You can see that's it right there. That's the charging indicator light. Headband. It's got the weird, whatever, I don't know, it always makes me think of rubber cement material on there. It wasn't hot. It didn't get weird or slimy or anything from sweat. It just kind of helps it stay on your head. Gives it a little bit of friction without being rough like sandpaper. Just a pretty comfortable headband, but just a regular slip headband there. Nothing crazy. It's pretty much the same width that most of the headbands from the Chinese manufacturers I've seen are. It does rotate 60 degrees. So if you sit that flat against your head there, that's how far down you're going to go. and it comes up. It won't go past that, obviously. I guess this might bother some people. This is not a soft rubberized material. It's just plastic, regular plastic. I did not find it uncomfortable, but if you have really problems with sensitive gear, having a headgear on, then it might bother you a little bit. All right, so there's two buttons here, and to lock it out, there we go. And it just flashed there. Then you hold them both down to get it back on again. So that's your lowest mode right there. So just your basic white modes, or just tap. And then everything on this for switching modes is 3 seconds. So you turn it on there, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000. If you hit it again in more than 3 seconds, it turns it off. So for switching modes, you have to on, 1, 2, 1, 2. You don't have to count to 2. I'm just doing that for your benefit there. And then the other button is the red high, and then red, they said signaling mode, I think, in the instructions there. And then again is off. Whatever mode you're in, if you press and hold down the red button, it will always turn the light off. Turbo is with the light on. You gotta hold that white one on, and then that's your turbo. And then again, you can just do that. So that turbo is only 30 seconds, and then it drops down to that 190 lumens again. The special modes, you get your flood from the off position. That activates that second LED there. See, this is the main one for white, and then the other one was the white one and the red one. So those are both kind of floody there. And then the other special modes, hold it down past that, and there's your SOS, and then it'll do a beacon, and then that's all that one does there. So we've got all that, and for the price, I think they're selling it for $37. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. I mean, this is very compact, very lightweight. It is rechargeable, and you do have the added utility of having the close range floodlight and the red lights on there. We've seen one or the other on a lot of headlights, but most of the ones at this, like under $50 that I've seen, do not have both. So that does add some utility to it there. And it'll stand up, not bad on its own there. And of course, with anything that rotates, you can sit it down, and you can use it like that, set it like that, and get a little bit more use out of it. I'm going to go ahead and do some drop tests with this, and then for waterproof testing, it's not rated for submersion, so I'm not going to submerge it, but I will go ahead and turn my water faucet on full blast and hold under that for a minute. Alright, so we're here with our little Nitecore NU25, and I want to go ahead and do a little bit of drop test. I mean, most people are going to probably not end up dropping their headlamp a whole lot, hopefully, right? But it'll get banged up a little bit when you're out doing your adventure business and that. Alright, so it's not hitting super hard, but I mean, if you're using it as a headlamp, I think it's going to be about the same thing. You're going to end up having the headband there protecting it. So just go through, see if it cycles. It's a good example of the beam shot there. There's red low, red high, red signal. Alright, looks like it passed. Let's go to waterproof. Alright, Nitecore NU25, going to do a little waterproofing here. Like I said before, this is not rated for submersion, so I'm just going to hold it under a water stream for a full minute. And like I usually do, I will go ahead and mute the volume. And even though it's only a minute, I'll probably go ahead and speed the video up a little bit here. Alright. Okay, so I let it go a few seconds longer than a minute, I think. I was trying to cheat and rinse it off while I was doing that, and it seemed to hold up. I mean, I didn't really notice anything. And let's see if it'll get through all the modes. Alright, and let's check the special modes. There's the SOS, and there's the bright blinker. So, alright, looks like it passed that. Let's go ahead and dry this thing off and then make sure it'll still take a charge. Alright, and the charging light came on. Alright, so it's still working. You know what? Let's see, will this thing even turn on? Yeah, over time. Oh, will it just go through all the modes? Hi. Yeah, you got all your normal modes while you're charging. Though I'd imagine it'd take a lot longer to charge if you're using everything. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up if you liked the video or found it useful. And again, if you have any questions, just drop a comment and I will get back to you.